And it's yet another slightly more appropriate summer day here in Minnesota, and look, another box. So, yep, in Whiskers, this will complete my order. Unfortunately, what I want to do does not coincide with what I need to do. So, I may go drop this off and go mow, and then come back and do the unboxing. So, back in a bit. Actually, scratch that. Curiosity got the better of me, so we'll unbox it now. But inventory will have to wait till later. Ooh, hey. That would have been useful earlier. I've just been using the spreadsheet online to mark off what I have and have not received. But I will use that now. We have the vacuum line and the extruder tube. And a nice Stay Puft envelope with logo, the various acrylic cut pieces. Oh, that stuff's pretty thick. Oh, another bill of material looking thing. I'll have to look through that more later. Here we got a piece of foam. I remember seeing that on the other bomb. Oh, there's two more frame nuts. I was short frame nuts to extrusion nuts to finish putting the frame together in the last video. And then I found that there were sort of some more scattered in some of the other kits. Oh, there's two more. So that right there will let me finish assembling that frame as is. Unfortunately, I also found out that I need to mount the bigger piece of hose, the vacuum pump to the frame, and I did not put T-nuts in for that, so not T-nuts, but oh, there's another frame. I might have modular uplooking camera. Yeah, I might have everything I need for nuts. Some more. These are the Delta mount parts. These are the bed mounts. Here's the SMT nozzles, so two little nozzles, and then the hollow servo with the little adapter on it. That looks pretty cool. This is all the hardware for the extruder. Oh yeah, it's 3D printing. Uplooking camera, modular tool hardware. There's more of the Delta stuff. Boy, that turned out pretty rough. That looks... either that's really melted, or it just needs to be... a lot of the support needs to be cleaned out of it. I'll have to do some checking on that a little later. See if that's usable or not. Another set of Delta mounts. Bubble wrap. So it looks like they had, you know, they had mentioned right off the bat that they had some problems printing some of the parts. So, you know, here's supposed to be where things started to go a little wonky. You can see this wall down here separated, and you got some flying goop over that way. Ooh, don't do that. So, we'll have to see how well some of these parts hold up. They're beta parts. It is what it is. Maybe that's just support, and just not sure. probably printed like this. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to find out. And here's the third one. Some of this is definitely support material, so maybe that's just all support and not actually wonky. Here's the all-important rods. I was wondering how they're going to glue the ends on. Apparently the answer is just plain old epoxy. This looks like familiar two-part epoxy. Know and Love used quite a bit of it. And it's all jig mounted and ready to roll. That should look pretty cool when it's all put together. This is hopefully a bunch of electronics and cables. There's some cables. And that's a box full of electronics, alright. So let's see. That is the main board right there. These are the little stepper drivers. Should be 4 of them. Yep. Huh, little heat sinks are separate. I wonder if they're supposed to be separate. That's a little concerning. Oh, they're all separate, so maybe you're supposed to stick those on yourself. Oh, there's a 5th one. Yeah, that's 3M tape, so you stick them on once you put them in. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for the main ones. Oh, and probably 2 more. No, that's a modular tool. Oh, some of these might go up on the modular tool. Here is our upward looking camera and cable. There's your Arduino. Made in Italy. Boo. There's the teeny weeny little endoscopic camera. Here's the limit switches. Power supply breakout board. Senor hot end. So another little thermocouple power resistor, the J head, and a little fan. Assembly doohickey. There's one of the modular tool adapters. Yeah, that's where the step adapters go. They go on these. There's another one. And the last one, same as the one before it. USB cable. Another USB cable with a weird little end on it. I wonder if that plugs into the endoscope camera. What do I do with that? I really don't see. I'll have to do some reading on what exactly hooks to what. And then we have our light rings, which apparently are self-service kits. I was not expecting that, but I can deal. Not a huge issue, just kind of surprising they weren't assembled. I wonder if there was debate over what color LEDs. Well, just resistors and LEDs, a cap, and a FET, so I'll have to do some reading. So that big mess is the electronics kit, and I'm just going to stuff everything right back in here for now. I don't know what that last USB cable is for, unless there's one. Let's see, a USB jack on that guy. That must be for the endoscope. Maybe you're supposed to cut the end off and wire it in. Throw these back in the door. The other loose pieces. Ah, the all-important bears. And mine didn't melt. So, bears are safe. And this is the package that I really want to drop on the floor, right? Which I just about did. I'm probably driving some on the internet completely nuts by carefully peeling all the tape off the bubble wrap. But I have a good reason. My dad likes to collect old Lionel trains, and he really likes the small bubble wrap for wrapping up his train cars when he's storing them. And if you ever went to go buy bubble wrap, it's kind of expensive. So anytime I get stuff packed in the small bubble wrap like this, I tend to try and keep the stuff that's in good shape and of usable sizes like this. These squares are about perfect to wrap a car in, and then take it home and give it to my dad when I head over that way. So here we have the hot plate, or the bed heater I should say. Oh, that's the LED. So it looks like you can put the LED on either side. Oh, that shows how to hook it up for 12 or 24 volts. That's, I was looking at the traces and didn't notice that right away, and that's actually pretty cool. Then we have a glass plate. And then finally the powder-coated steel bed. I'll have to do some reading to see which way is the proper way to stack this. Thermally this steel plate is just a mass, so, and quite conductive mass at that, so we could heater plate, glass plate stuff, and then this just heats up with the glass plate. Or heater plate, glass plate. Oh, that all lines up. I bet it goes the other way. Well, I'll do some reading. All will be clear at some point. Oh, that would have sucked. But for right now, I'll do that. And put that right there. And then finally, the all-important top plate. Which, of course, is not going to liberate from the box. If this was turned right, set up, ta-da! So, with that, that's the last of the pieces. Just like the previous box of stuff, I'm going to go through and do a thorough inventory on everything and see if I'm missing anything that I need them to send me. So far, it looks like just one 3D printed part got missed in the first box. The other missing items were pretty minor. Again, beta kits, shit happens. I'm gonna eat my bears and go mow my yard. Boo. Back laters.